Alright, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tony, and I am here with my sister Holly, and we are playing Stardew Valley, and talking. Okay, hello?
Hello.
Alright, the next one on our list is Sexuality.
Is that one going to take a long time, you think?
I don't think it will, but...
Okay.
So yeah, I guess we're going to talk about sexuality today.
Alright.
I don't know, like, I'm straight, just straight, so I don't really have a whole lot to, you know, straight's kind of boring.
Well, I'm straight, but at the same time, I have, you know, experimented a bit in the past. And also, I do find masculine women attractive.
Really?
I don't think I could ever, I don't think I could ever date a woman. I don't know why. The thought of, like, sleeping with a woman isn't, like, super appealing to me. But I do, like, find them attractive occasionally. So I'm not really sure what that is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm complex in that way. I think it's, like, you know, because there's the scale. Where it's a very, like, you know, what is the word? A very, it's just a scale. Like, it's not like a linear, you know, rigid.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the word
this or
for
that.
it. Very fluid.
Yeah, it's like a very fluid, you know, type thing. So I think that I'm just somewhere where I'm like, I like men, but, like, yeah, women are hot. Like, you know.
Okay.
I think that's kind of how I'd identify.
Okay, I don't know why everything just stopped working for me. All of my buttons just don't work anymore.
And I will say that my experiences that I have had with women weren't terrible. So, I don't know. I don't know where I am. I don't have a label. I'm just me. But my whole thing is that I like that because I don't know. I feel like I know that labels, like labeling your sexuality is like really important for some people, like having, you know, like, you know, being able to say, like, I am this and being proud of that, and I think that that's great. But I also think that more people should be able to just be like, I don't know, I'm whatever, like, I'm attracted to whoever I'm attracted to when I'm attracted to them, and it's whatever, you know, and not feel the need to. Yeah, it is called being pansexual, but I'm just saying, like, I don't even know if I'd call myself that because I don't think I'd date a woman, you know?
Right, I guess that's true.
So it's just like a totally ambiguous, I'm not really sure kind of thing.
That's also a thing, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit, it's already 1:20. I was stuck in the frickin' menu for the community center, and my thing wouldn't do anything, my controller.
I wondered why you were up so late because, I saw you donated something not that long ago, so I assumed you just had a lot of stuff to donate.
Nope, I just couldn't get out of the thing.
Uh-oh, hopefully you don't pass out. You've got 20 minutes. Oh, now 10.
I'm probably going to pass out because I'm, like, walking into my house. Yep, I know it. But here's the thing that gets me is, you know, you get a lot of people who say that children are too young to understand sexuality. And that they, you know, oh, that was a UFO. And that, you know, children shouldn't be taught this and that, and, you know, it's so terrible if your kid has a gay teacher and blah, 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 blah. But Vivian is proof to me that that is not the case.
Yeah.
Oops, I just watered the cat. Not only because of her immediate acceptance of Salem and her very stern correction to anybody who says anything wrong there, but also because she said to me a while back, she said, Tony, Vincent, who is her brother, told me that girls are not allowed to date other girls. Or kiss other girls. And I said, well, that's not true, sweetie. I said, you know, sometimes girls date girls and boys date girls, or boys date boys, and, you know, they're allowed to kiss. There's no rule. And she she at one point was asking us, like, what gay meant. And so we, just told her, that's just when boys date boys and girls date boys. Or, oh my god, I keep saying boys date boys and girls date girls. Anyway, we explained it to her very age appropriately.
Yeah, very plain and simple.
And she, she understood it basically immediately. But she also, like she would see something, like maybe, like a TV show. Like if we were watching a TV show and two girls kissed, she would say, "That's gay, right?" And we'd say, "Yeah, that's gay." And she'd say, "Okay." So then the other day I'm talking to her, and she said something, and I said, well, someday, she said, I can't remember what she said, something about like dating somebody, and I said, well, someday if you date a boy or a girl, and she stopped me and she said, "I'm only going to date boys. I don't want to be gay." And I was like, "That's okay, sweetheart. You're not required to be." And, what? That came from the fridge, right? Not the cupboard? Yeah. Then yes. I can't. And, she so quickly understood everything. And,
yeah.
I mean, this was starting at like 3 years old. She's 5 now, but this was starting at like 3 years old that she would ask us these questions.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she didn't ask them at home, or if maybe she didn't feel comfortable asking them at home, or if she didn't really get the answers that, she kind of needed
she really, yeah.
at home. But I have no issue answering those questions, and I don't want to hear anybody telling me that I shouldn't answer them because I'm not her mother, because I am literally paid to care for and teach this child. So that's what I'm going to do.
Right. And she's with you so much that, like, you can't just not ever have any influence on her.
Exactly. And I can't imagine that her mother would be upset that I told her that it's well, honestly, there's a chance that her mother could be upset that I told her that it's acceptable for boys and girls to kiss or date or marry. But if she does not like that, she won't say it to me.
Right.
So I guess that's really all that matters. As messed up as that might sound, but I'm not about to teach a child that it's not okay to.
Yeah, you're not gonna be the one that teaches them bigotry.
Yeah, exactly. I would much rather, and like with my kids, I remember Lucas being really little, and asking our cousin if he had a girlfriend. And this poor child looked mildly panicked because he didn't know how to respond. And I just casually said, "Oh no, sweetie, he dates boys, not girls." And of course, my cousin then looked relieved, and my kid was just like, "Oh, okay, do you have a boyfriend?" That was it.
Yeah.
No scandal, he was not shocked. Yes, it was Lucas. He was not shocked by this information. He was not, to him that was not anything abnormal. My children have never in their lives been taught that there was anything wrong with boys dating boys or girls dating girls.
No,
or anything in between.
Yeah. Well, what's funny too is like when it was Augie, when he was really little, I remember it was the show The Fosters. Do you remember that show?
Yeah. I think Salem watched that show for a while. Or watched all of it.
It was like somebody in it said, like, one of the characters said that he was gay, and Augie was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "What's what?" And he's like, "What's gay?" And I'm like, "Oh, like it means that he dates boys, like he likes boys." And he's like, "Oh," and he looked like really confused, and I was like, "What?" Like, I'm like, do you? I'm like, "Is do you need any like explaining? Because it's just the same way that mommy and daddy like each other, that kind of a thing." And he was like, "Oh no, I just didn't realize that had a different name. I thought that was just dating." Like, And I was like, "Oh, I mean," like in his mind, he's like, "Why does that have a different name than just any other dating?" Like, okay. Right, because it's really not. It's just two people who, and then Callie was the one that was slightly more confused by it because, like most media and most couples we know, like straight couples or whatever. So I remember the first time that she saw, what were we watching? I don't remember what we were watching, but it was like two girls kissed. And she's like, can they do that? And I was like, can they do what? And she's like, those two girls, can they kiss? And I'm like, why wouldn't they be able to kiss? And she's like, I thought that boys and girls kissed each other. And I'm like, I mean, if boys and girls are, attracted to each other, they kiss each other. But if a girl and a girl are attracted to each other, they can kiss too. And she's like, oh, I didn't know that people did that. And I'm like, yeah. But then that was it. Like, she hadn't seen it before, so it caught her off guard. And then she was like, oh, okay, that's a thing. Okay, cool. And then that was it.
Yeah.
So it's not really. And then my kids now even will say, like, because I don't think any of them are like attracted to anybody yet. Like, I don't think that they have those feelings yet. So like now when they say something about like the future, they'll say my husband or wife when I get older. Like, they never say like a specific anything, because they're just like whatever I end up marrying or liking or being attracted to. Like, I love that though, that they don't
well, and for me, I've always their entire life said to all of my children, husband or wife, because I'm not going to assume. And
yeah, exactly. I think that's where they got it from, because I would do it, so now they do it.
Well, and that would be like a sore spot for my ex-husband. He did not enjoy me, specifying husband or wife. He wanted me to only say the same genders. And that is really...
You mean opposite?
Or, yeah. Hey, your kids are gay or they're nothing. No. Yeah, the opposite gender. And, like, it is incredibly difficult when you are trying to raise your children to be good people and, like, to be accepting of everyone when the person you're married to is very much not the same way. And now, before we got married, I didn't know that he wasn't the same way, because he lied and said that he was. So just so we're clear, like, I wasn't...
It's one of those, I feel like he, like, I mean, not really, but, like, it's one of those things where I feel like he's almost one of those people that's like, I don't really care as long as it's not my kid. Like that kind of a thing.
Well, that's actually what I said to Salem the other day as we were talking about, I can't remember who we were talking about. We were talking about somebody who had always acted very, like, open and, like, inclusive, but then was not so much with their child. And I was like, yeah, everybody is an ally until it's their own child. Mm-hmm. Then suddenly, and I mean, I don't mean that for everyone, because obviously with me, when it's my own child, I'm still perfectly accepting.
Right.
But no matter what, there is always, well, I shouldn't say there's always that moment of shock, because I have had people in my life come out to me and me just be like, yeah, duh. But then I've also had people in my life come out to me in different ways, and I was completely blindsided and stunned.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean I'm not accepting. That just means I need a minute to get
process.
Used to it. Yeah, because it's not something that I expect.
Yeah.
But, like, my whole thing is, like, obviously everybody should have that opportunity to, be surprised for a minute. If you're surprised, get used to it, all that. But after you take that minute, you need to just shut the fuck up. Because my whole thing is, I genuinely do not care, A, what is between my child's legs. Because once I'm past the age of changing their diapers, I have nothing to do with that. So you be the gender you are, regardless.
Yeah.
And B, I do not care what my children do in the bedroom behind closed doors, as long as it is fully consensual and fully legal.
Yep. Beyond
that, whether you are with the same gender or the opposite gender, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to hear about it.
That's the whole, like, okay, that's my whole thing with, like, people who are, like, against any of it.
Uh-huh.
Is, like, it's, okay, you don't have to, like, you can be super immature and be like, ew, icky, you know, or like whatever you feel. Like, that's on you, but like, it's not your business. Like, you're not there, you know? Or like people who.
Business.
Or like people who will be like, well, that person's not a dude. Like, how do you, like, they'll be like, well, what's between their legs? And like, it's not your business. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that has nothing to do with it. And ew. Like, why are you even...
Yeah, exactly.
Like
that's the thing that blows my mind about people who are like, well, I don't want my child to date, you know, I don't want my male child to date a man. Why? You are
why?
not
Literally
going to
not
be there when they are in bed with this person. So what the hell difference does it make to you? Like, I have no interest in being a part of my children's sex life. So
no.
Who they're doing it with? Well, my adult children, might I add. I don't mean children. But, so,
yeah, they shouldn't have them.
who they are with when they are grown adults is 10,000% not my business, and not something that I would ever even think about.
No. Ew, I don't want to think about.
My children have always known, and I've even gone as far as to tell my children that they don't have to come out to me.
No.
You bring home a man, or you bring home a woman, and as long as they are nice and they treat you well, I will welcome them. It's that simple.
Yeah, it really is. It's really not, like, it really doesn't have to be a thing, like, at all.
Yeah, exactly. Have we gotten a void essence yet?
No, I don't know.
No, it does not look like we have. Okay, next time we go to the mines, I need one.
Okay.
Okay, so you only have a copper pickaxe, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think next is an iron one, isn't it?
It might be.
Alright, let's go see if we can upgrade
some
tools. And actually, do we have any kind of...
Oh, I took some gold, by the way, out of the thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in the thing. Well, yeah, but also, like, well, and, like, not even just your own children, but just people in general, like, just mind your own business. Like, it has literally nothing to do with you. Like, why would you care what some stranger, or even, like, just somebody who you know, like, does? Like, it's not harming you, it's not affecting you.
Strangers. I could never in a million years think that I see, like, say I'm scrolling through TikTok and I come across somebody who's a lesbian. Never in my life would I consider that in any way, shape, or form offensive to me.
No, like
that has nothing to do with me.
And the thing, okay, so I don't like when people will try to say, "Where'd you just go?"
Oh, I saw some artifact thing, so I had to go get it.
Oh, okay. I don't like when people will say things about, like, we're going to the blacksmith, right?
Yeah, but they're not open till 9.
Oh, okay. Anyway, they'll say things about, like, oh, you know, you wanting me to, or you being, like, obsessed with me, wait, what am I supposed to be doing?
Can we both upgrade our tools?
I don't know.
I don't know if he'll, here, I'll let you, I'm gonna give you 5. Come here, I'm gonna give you 5.
Oh, okay, hold on, sorry.
Iron bars, oh shit. 5 iron bars real quick.
Okay.
And then you can upgrade yours, and then I'll see if they let me also upgrade mine, or if we have to take turns.
Okay. But yeah, is that 5? No, that's 4. Okay. But yeah, like, okay, so I have a steel pickaxe, actually. That's gonna cost a lot of money.
What do you need to upgrade it to?
I guess is copper before steel or after steel?
I don't know. What does it give you the option to do?
It's steel pickaxe.
Oh yeah, then that's right.
Okay, well it's 5,000.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I say something? Oh, yeah. It's just
okay,
like
I'll have to do mine after we get more money.
I'm not a fan of, like, because, people will say it's because of their religion, too. But, like, okay, that's your religion. Like,
that's the thing that
your
drives me
beliefs.
absolutely nuts, is I should not have to live my life based off of someone else's religion. If your religion dictates that you are not allowed to marry someone of the same gender or date someone of the same gender, okay, don't marry or date someone of the same gender.
Yeah.
But you don't get to tell other people that they have to live by your religion. That is not a thing. And that is something that just absolutely drives me nuts. Like, you don't get to tell people that they can't feel the way they feel because your religion is against it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and, like, the thing, too, is, here's what I think. Okay, because, there are the people who are very religious and will use that as, well, the Bible says this, so you can't do this. And it's like, you don't get to say that because it's your beliefs, not mine. But also, there are the people who are like, yeah, my belief system says that this is whatever, you shouldn't do this, but you do it, like, that's fine. I have no problem with you doing it just because I can't. Those people are great. But then that's easy for somebody who is religious and straight. But people who are religious and are gay or are whatever, that's not so easy for them. Like, it's not, it's easy for you to just be like, well, my religion says it, so it's not okay. But then there are people who their religion says it, so they are struggling and, feeling awful and feeling all this shame that they don't need to be feeling.
Exactly.
And it's so sad to me that there are people who have to feel that way, or people who are, made to feel that way because, and I can't say that people aren't entitled to have their religion, but man, does your religion have to, like, spread hate and oppress people and make people feel shame? And
yeah,
it's just
that
so
is
gross
what your
to me.
religion is doing. I don't want to follow that religion.
Yeah, I'm not down with that. That's not the kind of thing that.
It's disgusting that anybody feels like they get to dictate, and I mean, again, legal consenting adults. We are not in any way, shape, or form saying that underage or any kind of, don't twist our words into saying that, we are all for any kind of anything that's not
like child, whatever,
anything that's not
no, because that's not legal consenting adults.
Exactly.
Well, and even if you're not an adult, like, to legal consenting, like, I mean, I don't know. There's a gray area with, like, teenagers and stuff because they're not consenting adults, but they're still allowed to know who they like.
Exactly.
Like,
they should still be able to date people. They just don't necessarily need to,
Yeah, but, I mean, teenagers shouldn't be doing that in the first place, whether they're straight or whatever, but they do anyways, so that's just life.
Exactly.
But if it's two consenting people who are of the same age, it's not your business. Like,
exactly. You don't get to dictate someone else's relationships.
No, you really don't.
Just because your religion is against
it. No, it's something I will never, ever, ever think is acceptable, especially not in a country where we are supposed to have religious freedom and you're supposed to be able to be free to live your life with your own beliefs.
Exactly.
In a, legal way.
Yeah, exactly. It's just...
Well, and how do you not feel terrible like knowing that you cause like shame and pain and sometimes suicidal thoughts and
That's the thing.
you know, people to be like abandoned by their families and stuff like that. Like, how does that not make you feel bad that you're promoting and you know?
And I'm sorry, but how can you look at your child and tell them that you don't want them in your life because they choose to date somebody that is the same gender as them?
Not but not
Yet
even
you're
like
perfect.
not even.
Yet
Oh,
if
fine.
your child then dates a man who beats her or cheats on her constantly, she's told that she just has to accept that because
Because he's the man.
because he's the man, and you don't believe in divorce.
Yeah, Christian religions are so for controlling and like, you know, egotistical, you know, just terrible behavior from men towards women. But you want to have a happy, healthy relationship with somebody who's the same sex where you're actually going to like be fulfilled and enjoy your life, and no, that's unacceptable. That's wrong.
Exactly.
Like,
And honestly, how dare you?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just it is disgusting, and it really pisses me off because I don't want my children to be told at any point that they are wrong for who they are or who they love or anything like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Peggy.
Yeah, because like there's literally nothing wrong with just two people being happy and in love.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just two people, even not even in love, two people just being happy and enjoying each other's company, or just whatever. It's not an actual issue. And yeah, and like it's just it's weird. It's weird to me to want your children to be miserable for your own comfort.
Especially because the rate of suicide in children and teenagers who are part of the LGBT community and don't get the support that they need is astronomical. And I am sorry, but I would far rather any day of the week have a gay or trans or any letter of the LGBT community than a dead child. A child that felt
100%.
like I didn't love them enough to accept them.
Yeah,
What the hell?
that's so
No kid should have to feel like that. And as somebody who is raising two children who are unfortunately, actually 3 children, who are unfortunately made to feel that they are not enough for a certain parent, or that they,
by someone who should be like loving and accepting them no matter what.
Yeah. As somebody who is raising children who are in that situation.
Why'd you take away our...
Because we don't need them there. We don't even have any crops.
Okay.
And when we get the stronger axe that can break these logs over here, I would like us to eventually move our actual farm, come with me, to this area right here. This whole area can be our farm, because then we can put sprinklers. Because apparently the sandy beach does not allow for sprinklers. But if we put it right there, we can have sprinklers, and then we don't have to worry about watering our crops every morning.
Cool. And this whole area could be like for the barn and like animals.
Exactly. Yep, that can be like our little animal barn area, whatever.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but
shit, it's 11.
yeah.
I can go to bed.
Yeah. It's just there's no excuse for it, in my opinion. And even if you're religious and you've raised your children with your religion, but they still turn out to be, you know, just whatever, then it's, I mean, I don't know, I get there's like that fear that's instilled in you of like your kid's gonna go to hell and eternal damnation and blah 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 blah, like, but they're like, you don't know. I mean, I don't know, they think they know that's a fact, and that's what drives me crazy. Is like you're trying to save them from whatever, but at the same time, like, you're not letting them have a happy life. This is their life.
Exactly. It's their life.
It's their life, yeah. And like, you don't have to be happy about it, I guess, but at the same time, just, again, especially once your child turns 18, you don't dictate their life.
Exactly.
You just don't.
You don't get
so
to
just
tell
accept
them.
it.
And literally, you either accept your kid, or either your kid doesn't make it to adulthood, or you don't make it
or
to
they
their
cut you out
adulthood.
of. Yeah, exactly.
Once they
like,
are
those
18,
are your options.
because I can almost guarantee that at least one of my children, when they turn 18, will probably not speak to their father again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's...
Thankfully.
That's...
What?
I would say that that's a shame, but honestly, that will be the best thing for my child's mental health. It's
not that big of a loss at this point, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
You know, there's nothing coming from that is of any quality, so.
Yeah. Are we done?
Yeah, we should probably be done.
Make sure that I exit to title. But yeah, so anyway, that's that. I guess, you know, this was less about our sexuality and more about
our feelings on the subject.
Our feelings on the subject, because, I mean, for me, I'm just straight. I'm just boring. I'm straight. Sometimes I wish I wasn't.
There are things I could talk about, but honestly, I don't think that there are things you really want to hear about.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about that, but I will say, I believe that I've already told my sisters this, or at least about one of them, but one thing that was funny to me is, like I said, I am straight. I have had 2 of my single, not straight friends now ask me if I'm really sure that I'm straight, and then be very unhappy that I have said that I'm not interested in women. And it's very funny to me. Like, I am so sorry that, yes, I'm traumatized, and yes, I never want to date a man again, but that's not because I want to date women. It's just because I don't want to date anyone. So yeah, that's that was mildly amusing to me, and I kind of felt a little bit bad turning them both down subtly, but
yeah, but I mean,
I'm just not into women. I am sorry.
Like, we can end it like this: you can't force anyone's sexuality to be anything, no matter how much you want to.
Exactly, and that's the thing is, like, if I were in any way even mildly attracted to women, now would be the time for me to go for women, because I certainly don't want a man.
Right.
But I also don't want a woman, unfortunately.
Yep.
So yeah, but all right, I guess that was it.
All right.
Are we going to record tomorrow night, or just you can
Probably,
just text me and let me know Jay's schedule, like if he's going to be late?
Okay.
Which days? Okay.
He's late most days, so. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. This was our video on sexuality. So let us know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.